Hello? Okay. That's that. We'll do that. I know they would like prefer webcam, but I don't have the stuff for that. Not today. Uh, should currently show that I'm live. It's private, public, publish. Branding, new logo. Save. Bring my admin stuff over here. Copy video link. I'm gonna open it, make sure I'm. Oh. Properties, loop. There we go. Now it's automatically start loop boot. There we go. I just need to go here, settings, set live, boom, boom, boom. Which means the whole site should be in live mode. Or not. Oh, well, it's only on the home page. Which will take you to that stream. Mm. Let's see here. Currently, we have a tornado warning in Camp Darby. I need to learn counties. That's what I need to do better of. Map preferences. I don't like gun mode anymore. I might not like it for the warnings, but that's about it. Go down here. Customize my tables back. Early County. It's for Southern Chattanooga County. Me. Low confidence. Yeah, let's. It's let's go on. Cause that one's. And mm, okay, that's that. You go minus that. Push notifications. Go on. Recovery. There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but we're here. Let me let me go get some testing audio. Good morning, everyone. Early start to our morning, but it's a school day morning. We currently have severe weather starting to build to our western regions out here. Got several areas of interest and 4 tornado warnings currently active. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's moving into our area currently and ongoing. If we take a look over here in Chattanooga County, we have this broad area. We're going to go switch over to a better radar. We have this broad area that's producing hail of 3/4 of an inch and heading towards Buena Vista. It is radar indicated. It is moving at 40 miles an hour eastward. It has a small hook echo. Right. Another two areas we're watching up here that's heading towards Macon, Forsyth, Bolingbrook, Thomas currently areas, Thomaston, Burnsville. We're watching two areas for potential hook echoes that is currently rotating. We're going to show that. We're watching these areas right here as they've been rotating. I've been highlighted as a potential watch. So we're going to keep an eye on those over the next couple hours. Then we got our counties down here in South Georgia that are currently producing a tornado of some kind. Possible. We currently just got a new extension for a severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Americus, parts of Fort Valley, Butler. Back to down here in the south, we have this big warning that covers two tornado warnings. If I can find my pen. We have this area that's currently rotating. Updates. Radar indicator. Just a little update. Well, I keep trying to talk and they keep issuing warnings. Where were we? I'll mute that. Okay. Back to down here. We have these two areas. Both of these areas are currently rotating. We're looking throughout the storm. Unfortunately, down here in South Georgia does not have the best coverage looking at radar. And then we got up here where these areas might be a little old. We go ahead and take a look at our correlation coefficient. It currently looks like none of these warnings are actively on the ground producing a tornado. Very good sign, but we are going to keep an eye on it. More specifically, these areas right here as they head into our central Georgia region. We are going to swap radars. I don't know if y'all been able to see what I've been doing. Whoops. I was on the wrong radar. Y'all have not been able to see what I was doing. Okay. Let's redo this again. So, all of our area currently in Central Georgia region is under a tornado watch. This goes until this expires 2 hours from now, so 8 a.m. It expires at 8 a.m. This is to cover these line of storms that's making its way through Georgia that has been a little more rotation with it. If we currently look, we have 5 tornado warnings. 4 down here to the south to our southern region that is making its way across Georgia and into Florida. And our tornado warning that was just up here just got expired, which is good news. Currently, as of severe thunderstorm warnings, we have this one that covers Americus, Evala, Preston, this severe thunderstorm warning has tornado possible tag, hail up to 3/4 of an inch or less, and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Then when we go up here, we have another severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Forsyth and Thomaston. This one's also the same tags of tornado possible, less than 75/10 of an inch of hail, and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Oh. Lots of activity going on. We're going to watch these areas closely as they make their way here. Looking for areas of rotation and stuff. That Let's jump back up here. Oh, I know you're on that radar. A couple areas I'm going to point out here towards Barnesville. Currently have this area of rotation that we're watching very closely. Actually, a couple areas of rotation. But really watching right here in Barnesville that's starting to go outside its polygon. If rotation was to tighten, this would be the next steps would be a tornado warning for that. So if you're in Barnesville, continue to monitor weather. And then we have these couple other areas that we're watching over here, here, and here. That was okay. Rochester, that. What is that? That still has that warning. Expires just now. Okay. Okay, let's head back over here to these storms. I hate that radar tower. There's no good way to look at it right there. Okay. Preston County. Still watching. Okay, I want to draw that. That one would be heading E. If you're here, good morning. I'm sitting here getting a good understanding of what's currently happening out here. As we're watching multiple areas of rotation as they start to make its way through the central Georgia region. So, let's look at the big picture. Let's take a look at the big picture. Tornado watch has been added for most of our areas in central Georgia, and actually, we can look at that here. That works. Look here. This is tornado watch over our region. Some places like Covington, Madison, Eatonton, Milledgeville, Cochran, Hawkinsville, and Abbeville are on this eastern edge of that warning. You can expect this to get expanded over the next couple of hours as storms start to push its way east. If we go ahead and just take a look at current conditions while we're out here, let me pull this storms back up so I can keep an eye on it. As we take a look at current temperatures, most of us sitting in the 70s. Most of us sitting in the low 70s or upper 60s. This is what's fueling our storm over the next couple hours. Along with dew points, if you haven't noticed, dew points have been going up slowly but quickly. Along with humidity, most of us sitting in the low 90s. If we take a look at current wind gusts out there, most of our region sitting at about 13 miles per hour coming out of south-southeast. With areas like Americus, as this storm start to make its way into here, starting to wrap up pretty quickly. If we take a look at our hourly forecast for gusts, you can see that gust of winds could be up to 40 miles an hour over the next hour by 9 a.m. Thursday. So, some areas to watch. As storms makes its way through, you see gusts up to 30 to 40 miles an hour. 50 miles per hour in these localized severe thunderstorm warnings, if you've been included in it. As we go into the later hours today, it's going to be quite windy after these storms push through, before finally calming down tonight. Let's go ahead and take it back over to our radar. If you look, still watching these couple areas right here, I'm really focusing right here on just past Bernina and heading towards Ideal. This is more of a tighter area of locations. So what I'm going to do here is heading east at 40 miles an hour. Ooh, 40. Let's do a 10-minute shave. It's technically linear. Delete. it's not linear, it's cellular. It's heading south southeast to north northeast. Okay. These are the areas I will be watching over the next hour as these storms make its way here. Marshville, Fort Valley. You're in the zone from around the 650 range. To really keep an eye on this area as it's been rotating quite frequently. Okay. That's been posted. Back to over here. Don't want to do that. Need my other. There it is. Just before Fort Valley. Here. Okay. So this is the area I'm gonna really keep a eye on. Is this area right here as it starts to make its way to my hyper localized forecast for our Middle Georgia region for Perry, Houston, Peach, Fort Valley, Warner Robins, Cochrane. Watching it, trying to see what's it's going to do. I wonder if I have a better idea. Let me do fast scan. No. Okay. So let's take a look at the bigger picture right now. Once again, a line of storm starting to make its way through central Georgia area with several areas of Bowman. We've currently have had up to 6 tornado warnings this morning at a time. I need to mute that because I stop talking every time I hear myself. Imagine that. So several areas with severe thunderstorm warnings all the way up here from Athens all the way south to the Georgia-Florida line. If we take a look, our main focus area has been from Americus all the way up to Forsyth. This Boeing cement line has been non-stop rotation, and we're actually specifically looking at areas just north of Ideal and just south of Butler, right through here. The storm has been a hot topic for rotation, and it's just a on and off thing. I do want to say that. Give me 1 second. There, believe there should be an update to the tornado watch coming out over the next couple minutes. That's going to add more areas to our eastern counties into it, like I talked about a couple minutes ago. So we will follow up with that here in a couple minutes. But right now, couple hot topic areas to keep an eye on. Our biggest one being right here. It's a frequent flyer for rotation. Still rotating. I'm watching it on multiple things. Have lots of lightning with the storm. Watching it. Let's see what else I can. What view? I don't know how I get my other view. That's right there. There we go. Now that that's set up, we're going to head back over here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If we take a look into our counties this morning that's currently been outlined in a tornado risk, we're just going to go over everything that has happened overnight as they upgrade tornado watch again. Okay, overnight hours we had. It might be better if I just go over it on here. 1 second. There we go. Search bar. Light. Okay, everything but what I want is working. Display. Okay, automatically. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so overnight hours. During overnight, the National Weather Service has done a little more upgrading to add all of Central Georgia counties into the watch area. So a level 1 out of 5 threat is included into all Central Georgia areas. They've also updated the tornado outlook. All of Central Georgia is now in that tornado probability with a hatch risk for stronger tornadoes. Ones that do form will have the potential to be stronger EF2 or greater risk. And then, of course, we also have a wind risk as expected. So we take a look out here. We might be watching more 4 to 8 day range again for more severe weather in Central Georgia. As you can see right here, next Monday, another clipper. Keep an eye on it. Take our look back at the radar. Let's head back over here and watch our county. We have another county that has made it onto our watch list. It is just in front of Albany. Right here, and we'll see if I can pick up a better view of it. There we go. There's areas down here that's been rotating quite frequently. It's on our watch list for the next 23 minutes with medium confidence. For confidence, sitting at a medium level for it to produce a tornado. Watching it, we head back up here to our areas just west of Houston County. Still watching this ideal area very closely right through here. This area right here has been a frequent flyer for tight rotation. So huh. With that being said, our last tornado warning currently in Georgia right now sits way down here in South Georgia. So, and it looks like it's getting ready to expire as well. So multiple areas of rotation still currently. We got 3 severe thunderstorm warnings that cover our region here in central Georgia. The first one being in Burnsville, Thomaston, and Tableton. Your other severe thunderstorm warning includes Americus, Evala, and Butler. And then our final one is in Albany. So, multiple areas of rotation. Still keeping a close eye of this area right through here, as it makes its way towards ideal Marshville, Perry, Fort Valley area. Frequent fire for rotation. So just keeping our eye on it. I'm going to take a second to look at some other data real quick. I'll be back. Okay. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning has just been issued for the following areas, and a tornado warning has just been issued also for Gray and Forsyth. Couple areas to watch. We have a tornado warning currently in Forsyth and Gray. Bollingtonburg just outside of it, heading towards the lake, and the National Wildlife. We will come back to that in just a second as we take a look over here towards our southern counties. Another severe thunderstorm warnings with 60-mile-per-hour winds, tornado possible tag, and 3/4 of an inch of hail has been added for areas of Unadilla, Cordele, Perry, Warner Robins, Fort Valley, Marshville, Rollins, and Americus. So we'll keep an eye on that as we have several areas of rotation that we are following over the next hour. Back up here to Forsyth. As we take a look at Forsyth and Gray, we had this tighter area of rotation right here that's been rotating over the last hour, but has really picked up over the last couple minutes. Take a look. Warning is valid for the next 39 minutes, so we will be keeping an eye on it. Still keeping my eye very close over here, down here towards what is now more Marshville. Okay. Let's take a look over here. We'll switch radars up. We'll look at this one. Let's go ahead. Looking at correlation coefficient, we don't really see any debris from this tornado warning, which is a good sign. Meaning there is a potential tornado warning. It's not on the ground currently yet. So still watching that. We're going to watch it over the next few. I'm also going to take a look at overall rotations from these following storms. Watch tornado, y'all watch tornado. Take a look back over here at storm velocity. Down here to our southern region. It's really hard to read and talk about this in an area that does not have good coverage. But we'll continue this. If you're in Forsyth, go ahead and get to your safe area. Tornado just made it past Forsyth. Next areas that it will be heading over is near Dansbury Road, Colvin Road, Maryland. Stuff. Just going back up another. This severe thunderstorm warning has been expanded to include Macon, Gray, Roberta, and Bolingbrook until it expires in 51 minutes. I don't like that it doesn't give me an actual time. So let's see if it gives me a time on here. No. Okay. Back over here to this tornado. Currently not seeing much debris signatures with this, which is a good sign as it's just passed over a really populated area. So with no debris signature, that is a great sign for this tornado. But anyways, if you're still in the path, if you're heading towards Maryland, Druitt Road, Holy Grove Road, expires within someone for me. Okay, not sure what they're doing there. But overall, looking at the bigger picture, tornado warning has been issued for Forsyth and Gray. Just south of that, we have areas in Macon. Radar just updated. Just south of that, we have areas in Macon, Warren Robins, Fort Valley, Marshville, Perry, Unadilla, Cordele, Ashburn, Albany that we're all watching. As all these storms are rotating as they come across our region. Taking a look out here. We have another area that we're watching just north of Fort Valley right here. Taking a look. Back over here to this tornado warning. Still some tighter rotation over here just past Forsyth. Currently not on the ground as of viewing with radar signal. Not on the ground. Still watching it over the next little while. Lots of lightning with it. But it's heading towards the lake. So if for some reason if you live on the lake or you're on the lake, make sure you get to your safe shelter, lowest area of your building, preferably a basement, interior closet, bathroom, stuff. And if you're in Gray, keep an eye on this storm. Go ahead and start making your way to your safe area. Also, the storm should pass just north of your area. So if you're in northern Gray, specifically right through here, I would go ahead and get into your safe place. Lowest level area of your building, basement, bathroom are the best areas. Go ahead and take a look back down here towards our Fort Valley areas that we've been watching very closely as well. Not as strong of rotation currently, which is good. We're going to still monitor this area very closely. See, I gotta get better at talking at it for a long distance. Area forecast. Let's look at it. Currently, I'm going to read a forecast discussion that was just released by the National Weather Service. And I'll get back to y'all in just a second. Okay. Okay, back. Still watching some areas back here. Taking a look at our correlation coefficient. Nothing stands out here in the tornado warning in Forsyth and Gray. Good sign. Press and hold. There we go. Good sign. But still, if you're in this warning, go ahead and take yourself to your lowest area of your building, preferably a basement, closet, or interior room. If we keep our eye over here towards the south, in our more hyperlocative, hail has been a small but bigger story of this, along with gusty winds. Currently, you can see little hail signatures throughout here, along with their rotation. Severe thunderstorm warning was just updated for those areas. The threat has been updated for 70-mile-per-hour winds with a considerable tag. So if you're in areas with Unadilla, Cordele, Perry, Warner Robins, Bon Air, Fort Valley, Marshville, you're already in it, Marshville, prepare yourself. We have severe storms coming at you, all rotation, all producing 3/4 of an inch of hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds, with the threat considerable. As I take a look at power outages currently, take a look into Georgia. These areas have been known for taking out powers also. Taking a look just before these areas here, 7,000 people without power just before these storms. more specifically in Talbot County and Meriton, counties that just had it. Let's go back to rotation. Got several areas we're watching, including a new area that just popped up. That's just a little more north of this tornado warning. Also got one just south of Monticello. Right here just north of Roberta, heading towards Macon. Got our long watch area down here just south of Ronalds. It's gotten really deorganized, which is a fortunate thing. But it is an area to keep in mind over the next couple hours. I need to move my screen. Get a little further south. You got more in Andersonville that we're watching right through there. Just east of Maracus. That's what I see based off of this radar image. Still watching areas very closely. We go ahead and take a look at our current alerts that I will show in just a second. Currently, tornado watch includes all of our central Georgia area, with 2 tornado warnings that includes Forsyth and Gray. Should be cutting off Forsyth here soon. They should start to trim back this warning over the next 10 minutes or so to include Forsyth. Right now we have probably 2 tornado warnings in this one storm. As we're taking a look at it right now, we have an area of rotation just south of Lake Juliet and just east of the wildlife refuge. So watching these 2 areas closely, both areas are rotating. Both areas could potentially have a tornado on the ground. So if you're within these warnings or even just outside these warnings, adding this tornado right here, go ahead and get to your lowest level area of your building, centermost area of your building, preferably bathroom, closet, as these storms make their way across the area over the next 20 minutes. So take a look further south. We got a couple more areas down here in Marshfield that we're watching, Fort Valley, as it's been our frequent flyer for tornadoes over the last 24 hours. Believe it or not, it's been off and on all the way since Mississippi, this little storm right here. Taking a look, I'm going to look at something else I said I was going to look at earlier and didn't. Radar. Close. I don't know what. What do you know? Boom. How would you? Let's see. Probably rotation. There we go. That is what I wanted to look at. So as I'm taking a look on another screen, I'm looking at just known rotation tracks, trying to get a good idea of what's been rotating out of these storms. And of course, with the last 30 minutes, we'll get to see this in just a second. We've been closely monitoring this area right here that's just been upgraded. Tornado watch is currently at medium confidence or tornado warning. So really watching this area going into Perry and Marshfield right now, as it has a chance over the next couple minutes to produce a potential tornado. High rotation over the last 30 minutes. It's been closely monitored by the National Weather Service. So as we take a look back at the radar signals for that area, it would be this area right here that we're watching very closely for a chance for it to produce a tornado. Take a look back out here at our other region. Not a good view. Watching this area very closely to see what it does. National Weather Service has given it a medium confidence to produce a tornado over the next 30 minutes. So if you're in Houston County, Perry, Marshfield, Fort Valley, Bonaire, Warner Robins, please keep an eye on the storms. Have a way to receive warnings as we take a deep close into this area. I am going to make a post about this real quick. Be back in just a second. As a quick update, the rest of Georgia has been added into tornado watch. So all of Georgia, or all of eastern Georgia, is now currently in a tornado warning, or tornado watch, excuse me. Let me do that. I had my confidence in medium. Confidence. Sorry, y'all. Medium. Tornado possible. There we go. We are back. Just made that post. Currently watching a tight area of rotation currently down here in Marshfield. It's a couple areas that is going to be on its list is Fort Valley, Fagan, Edgewood, Oak Grove, Miami Valley, Lakeville. If you're in those areas, go ahead and be watching radar very closely. Tune in to a news coverage as we have this strong area of rotation that's currently unwarned here just north of Marshfield. I didn't expect to come back in it to be tight like that. Watching another area up here towards Molicella as it's starting to tighten up on rotation wise as well. So watching multiple areas throughout this line of storms for rotation. Currently, our biggest one is right here between Forsyth and Gray, as it is currently a tornado warning right there. Sorry. With our next big area being just south of Fort Valley and Marshfield. Watching this tight area of rotation right here. National Weather Service has deemed it a medium confidence right here. There we go. We currently have a tornado warning for Houston County. As I've just called right here, current tornado warning for Houston County, Georgia. If you're in that area, go ahead and get to your centermost location of your home, lowest level preferably, within second. Trying to post doing multiple things at once does not coincide. This is not the time for radar to be trying to go out. There we go. Okay. Tornado warning just was included for Fort Valley, Marshville, Perry, Warner Robins, Bonaire. Currently a tight area of rotation. Don't see anything on the ground currently. As I try to view my map and it's not popping up. So look, collation coefficient. Yeah, actually, no. We do have an active tornado on the ground. We do have an active tornado on the ground just north of Marshville. I will be showing it just a second. We do have a debris signature. So if you're just north of Marshville, this is a live tornado on the ground. I repeat, live tornado on the ground. So if you're heading towards area, if you're just around Massey Lee Road, make sure you're getting into your safe spot now. We do have a current tornado on the ground making its way towards Perry. So Massey Lane Road, Willow Lake, just north of Marshville, we do have a live tornado on the ground. Areas of this topic, I will go ahead and draw out the time frame. So as we take a look here, let me 1 second. I gotta see what its speed is. Moving directly east at 30 miles an hour. Okay, let me moving east at 30 miles an hour. Get my stuff staying in the way. So if it's moving east at 30 miles an hour, staying within the warning. So hot topics on the areas. It should be towards Willow Lake over the next 3 minutes. Maryland over the next 10. Oak Grove by 7 a.m. Heading into Houston Lake Woods by 7:12. And then moving into areas in Houston County, Veterans High School. Houston County High School, we have an active tornado on the ground making its way. Should be towards Bonaire area at 7:23 a.m. Claybed at 7:22. Soder's Landing by 7:15. So we currently have an active tornado on the ground. We do have a debris signature to confirm that. As we take a look towards our radar area right now. Tighter area of rotation. Whoa, wrong one. We have a tighter area of rotation right here with a confirmed debris signature on the ground. As it makes its way towards Perry, Fort Valley, or in between Perry and Fort Valley. So if you're not already getting to your lowest level of your building, safe place more specifically, basement, bathroom, closet, as this tornado is currently on the ground. I am going to see if I can find a sky cam. So just south of Fort Valley. Okay. So currently trying to pull up some sky cam right now, but we do have a current tornado on the ground just between Marshville and Perry, heading towards Houston County. Areas of Warner Robins, Robins Air Force Base, Bonaire, Kathleen, Perry, Houston Lake Woods. These were Oak Grove, the airport in Perry, St. Louis, Willow Lake. We have another tornado warning just issued for Macon area right now, heading towards there. Currently, let's take a look. Currently not on the ground as seen by radar, but if you're in Macon, go ahead and get into your lowest level of your building, bathroom, basement, closet. Currently has a tight area rotation and currently a debris signature. So this tornado is also currently live on the ground. So watching 3 tornado warnings currently, one making its way towards Perry, Bonaire, Warner Robins, has just made it through Marshyville. We have another tornado warning heading towards Macon, Dry Beach, Macon Airport, Idealwood. That tornado is also currently on the ground. As we have our final tornado warning that was, we have this last area that was just allowed to expire off. So watch. Oh nope, there it is. We also have Gray that also has a tornado warning. 2 areas of rotation in that. Take a look more specifically back down here to the south. Down here towards Warner Robins area, don't currently see a debris signature anymore. That's a good sign as it makes its way closer to Perry and St. Louis. Look, rotation has brought it up some. So we're looking at specific areas of impacts. Let me 1 second. Post. Take a look. Yeah, so this tornado warning that is been issued for Perry, Bonaire, Warner Robins, Marshville, and parts of Fort Valley. It doesn't have a strong rotation as it previously started. So if we take a look right now, currently it's going to push just north of Perry, going more towards the Bonaire area. So take a more specific look. Alright, here with the way this storm has been tracking, should be towards Bonaire at 7:19 a.m. and Robins Air Force Base by 7:23. If the storm isn't allowed to cancel. But currently there is no debris signature with this storm, meaning that looking at radar, this tornado is currently not on the ground. But it is a good idea to go ahead and get to your safe place, lowest level of the building, in a hall, basement, preferably a bathroom or a closet. Still watching this area closely. We also got 2 other areas. Another area being in Macon. Macon still has a tight rotation. Not currently seeing much showing up on the correlation coefficient that shows debris. But still heading directly towards Macon. If you're in Boonesville, Vineville stuff, go ahead and be getting into your safe place. Currently just a hair south from Westland College, heading towards the Piedmont Macon Hospital. So if you're in those areas, get to your safe place immediately. Lowest level of your building, hall, bathroom, closet, basement. We also got these 2 areas in Gray that has been rotating nonstop. And as the same thing, if you're in Gray, go ahead and get to your safe place. You have 2 tornado warnings heading your way, or 2 tornadoes heading your way, both for the south side of Gray and the north side of Gray. Go ahead and take a look at any other areas. Doesn't look too severe. Yeah. So take a look down here towards Perry, there is no rotation left in the storm. This warning should be allowed to expire early. We have another tornado warning. No. Let's see. Tornado warning for Jones and Marone up here in gray was allowed to expire. Just be watching these areas closely. Not far. Taking a look. The tornado warning down here for Houseland County has just been updated to add 70-mile-per-hour winds with it. Taking a closer look, not much signature that it's currently rotating. Not on this radar. If we take a look, not much is there, which is a fortunate thing to say right now. Watching correlation coefficient doesn't show anything is currently actively on the ground. But if you're in these areas, just get to your safe place. Taking a look at the newest scan that came through. Take a look at correlation coefficient on here. Yeah, not much is being shown down here just north of Perry anymore. This area should be allowed to expire here over the next couple minutes early. So yeah. But still, if you're in this warning, of course, go ahead and get into your safe place. Right now, whether that is the lowest level of your building in a basement or in a central location, a hall, closet, interior room. Put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. There we go. Okay. Still watching here. It looks like this tornado warning, or this tornado, currently just north of Perry, west of Bonaire, just north of the Perry Houston County Airport. Looks like it's trying to rotate again. So if you're in these areas, please make sure you're in your safe spot. Heading towards a densely populated area with estimated impacts. We're going to look at that and I should be able to look at it on here. No. Okay. Continues. Warning. Currently looking over some couple guidance, trying to get you good range. As we look at people who are in this current impact, not me. Just was downtown Perry. So if we take a look right now, we have a tornado warning that's been tornado warning that has been issued for Perry, Bonaire, Kathleen, Houston Lake, Woods, areas of that. This tornado warning is currently rotating again, sitting on this southern end of this warning, tracking more towards Robins Air Force Base, Warner Robins, just north of Bonaire. If you're in Settles Landing, Fagan Mill Road, Lake Joy Road, go ahead and get into your safe spot. This tornado is back to strong rotation. So if you're just south of Lakeville, heading towards Lakeville Road, I can't read what road that is. The Reserve Park, Rigby's. This tornado warning is currently active on the ground on Highway 96. Just passing over Highway 96 right now. I repeat, tornado is back. We'll see if I can pull that. I know I have a live camera that works there. Okay. So our camera that is just over here on 96 is currently down with no power. But we do have a current tornado warning and a tornado. We're going to show that right now. We do have an active tornado on the ground over here heading on 96. It just crossed 96 heading towards what roads? Maggie Lane, Laura. If you're in this area just north of the 96 corridor, tornado warning currently on the ground heading that way. So currently have a tornado warning on the ground. This may follow the 96 Highway 96 line. So if you're anywhere in this area of the warning, please go ahead and get to your lowest level area of the building. More specifically, if you're within this area of the warning. Okay, tornado warning was just upgraded, so I can actually ignore my line I was just doing. Tornado warning just upgraded. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground. It has been observed by a person. We actively have a tornado on the ground. Critical. This is a critical threat. It is a large, has a large debris signature with it. So currently have a tornado on the ground heading towards areas of Kings Crossing, Lakeville. If we take a look at specific schools, Houston County High School, I would be getting into your safe place right now. If you're already at the school, go ahead and be getting into your middle of the hallways, getting out of classrooms, getting away from windows and stuff. You have an active tornado on the ground heading your way. Rigby's Water Park, Warner Robins Air Park, anywhere down this house or Highway 96, be getting into your safe place, lowest level of your building. Either that is a basement, a hall, closet, bathroom being the best area. Please get there now. You have an active tornado on the ground heading into those areas. I'm going to screenshot this. I repeat, if you're in these areas, you do have an active tornado on the ground, currently making its way just past Rigby's. Going to see if I can find another camera. Power outages are already starting to stack up in these areas. So if you're within any of these areas, please get to your safe place now. You have an active tornado on the ground that has been observed. taking a look right now. A lot of power outages right here around the 96 area. A lot of our cameras are down. Power outage. Yeah. Yeah. Currently, power outage is already escalating here in Houston County. We have a tornado warning on the ground heading towards Sleepy Colin. Stuff. Let me pop this over. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Large severe thunderstorm warning. So looking ahead, severe thunderstorm warnings have been expanded out to include much more areas. Well, we're currently focusing on 2 areas. A tornado warning heading towards Macon currently, and another tornado warning that is live on the ground. Right? Yeah. Another tornado warning that is currently on the ground for portions of Houston County. If we're taking a look here, impacts that this tornado is going to bring is flying debris, of course, will be caught. Mobile homes, specific areas located within this is Perry, Warner Robins, Robins Air Force Base, Houston Lake, Bonaire, Miami Valley, and Lakewood. To repeat, a tornado is on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or interior room on the lowest level floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors or in a vehicle. Move to the closest area of shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. If we take a look, this tornado is currently on the ground, moving towards areas of Robins Air Force Base and a highly dense population, following down Highway 96. So, if we take a look, one screenshot. I don't like that one. That's too quick. There we go. Facebook. 1 second. Take a look. This does have hail attached to this, but currently have a live active tornado on the ground that is currently on the ground and observed. Let's see. There we go. Post. So yeah, we currently have a tornado on the ground, disturbing power outages. Its next current areas is right over Houston County High School. So we have a live tornado on the ground heading over Houston County High School, now towards Kroger, heading directly over Kroger, that area. We're watching 2 more areas just south of here that's also has a chance to produce a tornado over the next 20 minutes right through here. But our main focus is of course right here in Bonaire. If you're in Bonaire, Latesville, Kings Crossing, go ahead and get to your safe place. We have an active tornado on the ground currently. Looking at correlation coefficient, yes. Active tornado still on the ground, still moving through. See updates to radar indicated. So, okay. Actively still on the ground, making its way through Bonaire, Kings Crossing, Lakesville, following this Highway 96 road. Well, if we take a look, here, I'm going to take a second to read this update from the National Weather Service regarding this tornado warning. There we go, there we go. Okay. So, updates with this tornado warning. This tornado warning rotation has broadened some, meaning that this tornado is currently, as of viewing radar, lifted off the ground. We got multiple cameras throughout Highway 96, none of them working. Well, got one. Currently monitoring a camera down here that I'm going to show y'all in just a second. As soon as I put everything. There we go, move it to this side. This is the camera down here on 247 and 96. Just before. A lot of vehicles on the road. If you're in this tornado warning, please get to your safe place. We have winds up to 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour now. Hail of 3/4 of an inch, and a tornado that could potentially be on the ground still. So if you're in these areas, monitor closely. Go ahead and be getting into your safe place, lowest level area of your building, preferably. Ooh, that's what I've been wanting. Yes. Gonna track just north. Looking at some current things, trying to find my weatherwise. There we go. Looking at it here, it looks like we may have another debris field that has popped up just before the exit. Yes, I would say this tornado may be back on the ground currently, heading towards Publix and Bon Air. We got Bon Air Road, or not Bon Air Road, Old Perry Road, Lashley. If you're in those areas, Old Highway 96, take cover immediately. We have a potential tornado back on the ground currently, looking at correlation coefficient. Strong rain and winds currently. Power outages has been happening down 96, taking out cameras. If you're in this area, yeah. So yes, to confirm, we do have a tornado back on the ground heading through Bon Air. Right now, this tornado is back on the ground. According to correlation coefficient, looking at a debris field, does have a debris field. So if you're in those areas down 247 and 96, go ahead and get to your safe place. Tornado warning is following the path of Highway 96 down here, just north of King Crossing. Take a look right here. I want to look at something else. Don't see much. If we take a look at what areas are impacted next, if this storm was not to be continued, we take a look. Okay. Trying to look. Taking a look, you can see this sky cam down here, really getting some wind gusts moving through here. Currently. Make sure everything's going good. Take a look. Our next impacted areas over here over the next hours that should be on alert, watching areas closely, is 4-point amount. These areas right here, tornado following very closely to our famous radar tower that they like to hit. You got cameras moving pretty good, with power flashes here in Kathleen. Take another larger look. The tornado warning up here in Macon was allowed to expire. This tornado warning for Bibb Jones and Twiggs was allowed to expire. More power flashes up here in Houston County, as we have a potential tornado that is currently on the ground making its way across Houston Lake at 247. Now, okay, one of these screens are behind. Okay. Yeah. Currently looking, it has already crossed over 247. Trying to get a good eye of where the storm is at. Yes. Has already crossed over 247, heading towards Bonaire Middle School next. So if you're in Bonaire Middle School or areas like that, go ahead and be taking shelter, getting into your central hallways. Right now, away from schools, you got Bonaire Primary. Also should be taking shelter. Areas like that. Currently looking at radar, this tornado seems to not currently have a debris field, but it is areas to watch. Look, I wonder how far back does this go? We take a look. Not much. Okay. So this is our last tornado warning over here in our county area. Watching it very closely. Just getting past Bonaire. This tornado has been on the ground multiple times over the last hour, producing debris fields back over here near House County High School, 96, Rigby's. And Justin, House County Schools has paused bus transportation due to a tornado warning and active debris on the roads. They advise to keep all students and staff to stay home until the warning has passed. So if you're in these areas, make sure you're still getting in your safe place. You still currently have an active tornado warning over Bonaire, Robins Air Force Base, Woodin Estates. If you're in Sutter's Landing, that's all clear. If I wanted to Okay, looking out. Currently pretty windy. Give me 1 second. Okay, that was just reflection. So yeah, if you're in this area, this tornado warning is going to be allowed to expire now. This will not be continued as it makes its way past this polygon. But if you're in these other areas currently, heading towards the Jeffersonville radar, please be monitoring this warning very closely. Uh, yeah. As we're following. So all we're waiting for right now is a confirmation that the tornado warning is allowed to expire. Most of the rain has outran the warning. So this tornado warning will most likely be allowed to pass and not be expanded. We are watching this very closely for other potential debris fields and live warnings. Watching it very closely. I do want to keep my eye on this area right here. It's the wrong button. This area right here. That might be signs. Okay, there is the official confirmation. They have canceled the tornado warning for Houston County, Georgia. So, if you have pictures, feel free to send them in. Just make sure you do it safely. Again, the tornado warning for Houston County that included parts of Perry, Warner Robins, Bon Air, Kathleen, Houston Lake, 96, Houston County High School, Robins Air Force Base, Warner Robins, Centerville has been allowed to expire. We are going to be watching just after this storm very closely, as we have multiple areas of rotation throughout here. So let's take a big look at the overview. 2 tornado warnings down here in South Georgia, in Thomasonville, and just above Thomasonville. Those will be heading in your area over the next 10 minutes. Then we have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings that all include tornado possible attacks, 75-mile-per-hour winds, and 3/4 of an inch of hail or less. Currently keeping our eye closely on right here in Hawkinsonville, Cochran, Pineview, Rachel, and just north of just east of Kathleen. Multiple areas of rotation. Just watching it. A lot of potential Boeing segments right there. So just keeping our eye closely on that to see what it decides to do. So as I take a look at other data, real quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a all clear range. Not that one. I keep thinking that's my pin. So if you are south of this line, so areas of Macon, Warner Robins, Perry, Unadilla, Cordele, Americus, Evola, Butler, Thomaston, Barnesville, Griffin, Jackson, Conyers, Atlanta, Thomaston, Columbus, and further back, you have been moved into the all clear for severe weather for today. Watching this area over the next 24 to 48 hours, we should get a survey for the tornado warning that has made its way through Houston County to determine its rating on the scale. Yeah. We're going to closely monitor this area. A lot of Boeing segments. So if you're actually wondering how many areas we're looking at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the one we just watched for so long. That's 7. 8. Watching 8 areas of rotation currently. Cross a ride span. If we take a look, it expires in 5 minutes. Take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Make sure we don't have any areas that are being sneaky. Nope. Velocity. Taking a look. Not many areas that is screaming attention currently. There's areas to keep an eye on. So power outages. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. And maybe I can find some cameras back up and working. None have been reported. So if we take a look, is it not gonna let me? Currently in no. Currently in Georgia with these storms, we have 28,000 people without power. Most of those being directly behind these storms that just went through Houston County area. So most of our power outages does include from these counties right here. Take a look. I want to see if I can find any cameras that may have came back online that we can look at debris that might be in the road. Yes. So this is an insane look of what Houston Lake roads look like as they come through. So this is currently live. This is as the storm makes its way through the area. Insane winds, rain. This is as a tornado was making its way through Houston County. So this camera really struggling right here. There is absolutely no power down 96. So if you're heading out, be careful. Follow Houston County School District for updates on school conditions for Houston County High School. We'll see if I can try and get a better look of this camera that I think just went out. By the way, little incident report. We have a crash on I-75, southbound past South Route 96. Left lane's blocked due to overturned semi due to tornado winds. So, let's see if I can. We'll bring this over here. Maybe. I had it pulled up. Not that one. That one's frozen. So still looking at current conditions out there. This is live just over Houston County. Just past 96 by Chick-fil-A. This is some insane wind and rain that's been moving through. So taking a look over there. Nope. Actually, it looks like we just regained power to parts of those poles. So it may look like some of those poles currently have power, but that camera is not standing a chance. We take a look. Looks like we may have a new tornado warning. Nope. New severe thunderstorm warning has been added for Blakely, Dodge, Johnston, Laniers, Pulaski, Taylor, Twiggs, Wheeler, Windtox, Wilkinson County until 8:15. This camera is currently struggling with these stuff. This is live here only on Ryzik WX. Absolutely struggling camera. If we take a look here, we have more warnings, so we're going to go ahead and peek over there. We're going to continue to monitor this right here on the stream for that camera. Okay, it was severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning over here in Milledgeville. So currently I have a tornado warning right here in Milledgeville. That includes, I wonder, so watching it, we have a tornado warning in Milledgeville. So if you're in this area, get to your safe place, lowest level area of the building, preferably in the basement or center location of your lowest level of your house, bathroom, basement, closet. Just put as many walls to you as you in the outside building. Watching here between Cochrane and Hawkinsville, not much catching our attention currently. Besides this live camera that I'm going to bring back over here. Maybe. There it goes. Still watching this camera live. Absolutely struggling. Please be advised that to go ahead and go over what I just said, we do have a tornado warning. Tornado warning for Baldwin and Hancock counties, along with Washington County, for the next 35 minutes. Currently looking, this is a live look on Houston Lake. Wind's absolutely ripping it through there with warning issue radar indicated for twigs. We just got another tornado warning, so I'm gonna go ahead and go over it. This tornado warning has been included back again for Houston County. I repeat, tornado warning again for Houston County, going into Twiggs County. This is the same tornado that just went through our area momentarily ago. Taking a look at it, I'm going to find my way back of looking at it, lastly. Taking a look, this is a live tornado on the ground. I repeat, a live tornado on the ground, confirmed debris signature. So if you're in these areas right here, just south of the Jeffersonville weather tower, Doppler radar tower, this is a live tornado on the ground. I repeat, live tornado on the ground. Get to your lowest level area of your building. Yes, the tornado warning was just corrected. It is now set as observed tornado warning with hail up to 3/4 of an inch. Expires in the next 14 minutes. I repeat, tornado warning back on the ground. If you're in areas heading towards Danesville, Prospect Church Road, Jack Clay Road, District Path, this is a live tornado on the ground. Get to your lowest level area of your building. Currently our only live warning. Take a look. I'm frequently checking in back with it. We have another area of rotation just south of there, in between Cochrane and Jeffersonville. We'll switch it over to reflect. I do want to say the camera at South Route 96 and Houston Lake Road is currently down after getting all that insane amount of wind and rain. So, let me. So, I can currently just play that. I think y'all can see that very well. There we go. I do not like how we have no customization on here. Give me 1 second, wife. There you go. Now you can see it. This is a live tornado on the ground, by the way. Of course, we have this tornado warning also in Millersville. I wonder if I can pull up my. Has my mic been muted this entire time? No. Okay. Take a look. tornado warning was updated for here just past Milledgeville to allow more areas to be in the warning. So if you're in Friendship Road, Griffin, Pleasant Grove, Doorstep, Layton, there, go ahead and be getting in your safe place. Okay, we are back at it again, looking at the two tornado warnings we have. One out here in Milledgeville, or just past Milledgeville, and one out here just past Jeffersonville, just northwest of Dublin. Right now, that seems to be our only areas left in our thing. Neither areas are currently have a debris field on the ground. These areas should be allowed to expire. This one in the next 17 minutes. This one in the next 32 minutes. If it keeps trending towards a less broad rotation. But as you see here, still watching like 4 areas right here. So interesting ahead. A little update right here. The tornado warning that was just up here for Baldwin, Hancock, and Washington counties was just allowed to expire. So our last one up right here is just north of Dublin. Last one in our viewing area. So just right here, we're monitoring one last tornado warning in our area, just north of or just east of Danesville. Already moved through here. I will say, if you're just south of this polygon, you are in the clear now for this tornado warning. The next couple areas over the next 45 minutes, this will start making its way towards the east, more northeast, so east northeast. Mm, wow. We do have two other tornado warnings just outside our area, down here to the south. One in Nashville, the other one in Boston. This being our main area, and then some back end rain will come with this, with the gusty winds. So taking a look to see if there's any updates Breaking news, we have a new tornado warning issued for Dublin. So there goes getting ready to get off. So currently right now we have two tornado warnings currently. One for Danesville, just east of Danesville. Another one that's just issued for Dooley and Deluxure that's heading towards Dublin and East Dublin. Let me take a second to read and look over the stuff for this tornado warning, and we'll get on with it in just a second. Dublin. Tornado warning. Action required alarms. Fear over Dublin. Moving east at 50 miles an hour. Okay. So, there we go. Tornado warning for Dublin. Areas that it is heading towards Dublin, East Dublin, Deluxure, Dudley, Harrow, Rockledge, and Mentor. This tornado warning is currently not on the ground as I see right here. We also have another tornado potential we're watching just south of here. Currently, actually, two areas. Watching this area very closely, I would sit it at a medium confidence that a warning may be issued here over the next 10 minutes or so. If it doesn't get issued in the next 10 minutes, it might not get issued at all, which is fortunate. Then we're watching another very close area right here. So, plenty of areas to be watching. Right now, our biggest area is right here towards Dublin, heading into a densely populated area. Though looking more as a straight line wind event more than anything, with winds being closer to 80 miles an hour. So, we have those areas. That's what I was going to do. Give me. Let's see. I want it. There we go. Give me 1 second as I pulled some things together. So we take a look right here. I'm still really watching these areas. I'm not so much concerned with this area right through here that the National Weather Service has highlighted for potential tornado. I'm more concerned about this area right here. So if you're in this area heading towards Rinceville, Cadwell, be prepared to get into your safe place. areas has higher areas of rotation. Just gonna back it up. Yeah, you can see back here where it was issued, but that area is just no longer there. It's more of a straight line wind. So this tornado warning will probably be allowed to expire early. But if you're still in the area, of course, stay in your safe place. Lowest level area, room, basement, closet, bathroom. So, taking a look a little further south, just outside our area. Or maybe way outside. Either way, new tornado warning has been issued for Douglas. This was this area over here that you seen me post earlier, where the National Weather Service has updated and gave this general area a higher chance for a potential tornado throughout today. Taking a look outside and looking at trying to find damage reports, not really seeing much. Trying to see if I can get some images and stuff from where this tornado warning has went through the Houston County area, but not really seeing much. Yeah, not really seeing any damage reports from back in Houston County. Okay, a little update. All lanes are blocked on Lake Joy at Sleepy Lane. Very large tree. Another tree down on Sweet Bay. Looking at a little more detail that made this tornado warning confirmed was a first responder that spotted it at Highway 96 and Highway 41. Just taking a look at these areas. Not much there anymore. Got this area that's really starting to rotate now down here. Just something to watch as it finishes up moving out of our area. Take a look. Take a look at our tools. We are now in Dublin. Let's see. Actually, well, I can see where these warnings. Looking at it closely, warnings are almost out of our viewing area right here. But we got 2 areas of rotation right here. We got this tornado warning up here to the north that's going to be allowed to expire here in the next 16 minutes or earlier. Then we get this current tornado warning down here just south to it in Dublin. It's currently rotating. And then we got multiple areas south of that. Okay, there we go. They just trimmed out some counties just behind Dublin as tornado makes its way out. I also want to say they updated the tornado watch. The following counties or the following areas has been removed from the tornado watch and is in the all clear: Cordele, Americus, Montezuma, Butler, Fort Valley, Roberta, Macon, Gray, Forsyth, Burnsville, Thomaston, Jackson, Monticello, and Covington. You are now in the all clear and can go on about your day. As I'm going to do this, mark up, boom, 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 boom. And honestly, probably could do back and do that, do text, all clear, boom, we want it white. Okay, just update. They have issued another tornado warning for this area right here. This includes all of the following areas right now: Jones, Lawrence, Wilkinson counties until 8:15 a.m. Actually, I feel like I want to do that in a green. There we go. Save. Save. Go here. Here. Taking a look, we currently have uh 2 active tornado warnings issued through the KFFC, and then 2 more issued by Florida down here. So, total of 4 tornado warnings right now. Desktop. Yeah. So, a great way to start today off, your nice morning hours. Do you want to say severe thunderstorm warning? That has been expanded to include the rest of the areas. Tornado warning getting ready to make its way outside our viewing area. I know early morning for a lot of us out here with a wake up call at 6 o'clock this morning for a tornado warning here in Houston County. So, no, most of us was already up to take people to school, but still not the way you want to start your morning off. Still trying to look for updates on power conditions, road conditions after tornado warning through Houston County. Not really seeing much being posted. Okay. There's a couple more warnings left before they move outside our viewing area. Here in the next 30 minutes, hopefully. Let's see. Taking a look, not really seeing much popping up as of damage reports. Still looking at a lot of our sky cams and street cameras along 96. None of them seem to be working as of right now. I want to look at so almost clear. Got these two tornado warnings out here in Dublin that's making its way downtown. Still trying to look. Not much has been reported power outages wise for Houston County. If we look, yeah. So both of these tornadoes that are right out here in Dublin are not currently rotating enough to be on the ground with a sufficient debris field. So just monitor those. If you're in those areas, get to your lowest level building or hall in your house. Either that's a basement, closet, bathroom, hallway. Just put as many walls in between you and the outside as possible. Let's see. Since I've seemed to lost Georgia 501, 511. Take a look back here. Okay. Okay. I got some updates for y'all. We have down power lines on I-75 northbound and southbound lanes. All lanes are closed. So I'm going to post that, move. That's that one. Okay, taking a look out here on South Route Highway 11, 41 at 96. Power outages currently out in that intersection. Police is currently on scene directing traffic. We do have storm damage on scene. Take a look. I might cut out some areas. This was a good test, but it's long. So yeah. Another update, no power at the intersection of 96 and Houston Lake Road. Currently no power and flooded roadways due to the tornado that went down Houston Lake. There's currently debris blocking 2 lanes of travel but right beside the high school. So be mindful if you're heading to Houston County High School, depending on Houston County School District's message for them. Taking a look, we have 1 lane of travel blocked off on westbound lanes of 96 heading towards Highway 41. I do want to say all Houston County School District buses have been allowed to return back to their normal routes. Still technically watching these 2 tornado warnings that are going to expire here in the next 3 minutes. Both are at the next 3 minutes, where I will be able to give the all clear for my county. That's the goal. I look to see why. Location. Okay. Officially, the southern tornado warning was allowed to expire here in Lawrenceville. Or Lawrence. This other tornado warning should be expiring here in the next 2 minutes. Let's see. Just double check. Yep, don't see much with it. This tornado warning will be allowed to expire, giving us the all clear. About one. We're just officially waiting for this warning to drop off. And there goes the warning. All tornado warnings have officially been cleared off my central Georgia region. So that's where we're going to wrap up here. This was a good 2 hours and 35-minute stream. So, see y'all later.